All right, it is our Coach's Corner here on the Wolverine Sports Network, and of course, doing things a little differently like everything else this year. So, Coach Pratt is at the Den. I am at the home studio as we record this. And, Coach, thanks for making time for us. It's been an interesting offseason, I'm sure, to say the least.
It's definitely been an interesting off season, but it's like I tell everyone, anything we have to do to make sure we continue playing, we're going to do it.
How have you kept everybody together and kept in touch during the shutdown and before practices started to be allowed to reopen in the last few weeks or so?
Well, as soon as we shut down, I think it was in the middle of March, we already had Google Classrooms set up, and so we had team Google Classrooms, and we had individual Google Classrooms, and then we were able to set up Google Meets with each position group. A couple times a week, and we had a team meeting, and we had workouts, and they were posted. So obviously, you're not going to get every kid that's going to jump out there and do an hour-long workout by themselves, but we at least tried and got some kids to be involved. I thought we were in pretty good shape when we come in starting June the 1st, but it's all virtual, and it's not for me. I'll just say that. Some people may really enjoy it. I'm more of a hands-on guy. I want to see people, and so sitting home talking to a computer screen gets old.
Yeah, and in the last week or so, coming off of the benefit game with Northside, you've had a game tape to look at, to correct off of with your team on the field. I'm sure that's been it's been a welcome change given what's been the case over the last few months.
Well, it has, and this year's a little new to us all, but for us, it's really tough because we're starting 5 sophomores right now, and anytime you start sophomores, it's tough anyway. But if you take away spring ball and team camps and 7-on-7s and all the things that we do extra in the summer to try to get kids familiar with the speed of the game and that kind of type of stuff, definitely hurt us a little bit, and I think it showed a little bit in that scrimmage. We didn't play very well. It was a good eye-opener for us. I thought our mentality coming back the next day was really good, and we had a great week of practice last week, and this week we've had a really good day to start the week off, and so now school's getting started, so it's settling in a little bit different. And our kids are making the adjustments that they have to and adapting to what the guidelines are and the things that we need to improve on. It's all a lot, especially for the young kids that are having to step in. And then you throw in that we're playing our first game live on ESPN against the biggest school in Oklahoma. Doesn't make it any easier on them. And I had one of my coaches say, "Why do you do this to us?" So, to promote our school nationally, that's a huge plus for us. And I'm one of those people that believe if you're going to run with the big dogs, you got to get off the porch. So you can't just sit there and talk about it. You got to actually go do it. So we're going to go and see what it is. One thing that I can tell you about our program is we haven't shied away from big competition in the last few years, and we're not going to do that here.
And I don't think you can really argue with the results when you look at some of the tough non-conference games you've had over the past few years. You're right there, top 2, getting a playoff bye each of the last few seasons. So, the proof's in the pudding. The tough non-conference, it looks like to me anyway, has paid dividends for you during league play.
Well, you can play some teams that you're going to beat easily and pad your schedule and that kind of stuff. But if it doesn't make you better for when you really have to play, which is what I think's happened the last couple of years. I mean, we're playing Bryant and Owasso, both state champions in our non-conference, and that definitely helps us when we start playing in 7A West to try to get ready for the playoffs. So it's been a plus for us so far. Obviously it's not real fun to have to get those people every week, but it does make us better in the long run. I truly believe that.
And you mentioned it, playing on ESPN, a national TV audience watching your team for the first time. Just how do you handle that with the guys when you're talking to the team about it?
Well, I think it's like no other game, just like every other game. It's just a Saturday afternoon game, and I don't think it's going to be that big a difference for them until they get to actually watch the game when they get home. and I'm sure they'll all record it. And one thing that we've said about this is it's something they'll remember for a lifetime. And, I've been doing this 26 years at some really good programs, and I've never got an opportunity to coach on ESPN. And so when this came about, it was almost a deal that we couldn't turn down just because it doesn't happen that often. And when it does happen, we want to make sure that we take advantage of it. So it's a really cool experience that our kids will never forget. And it gives us a national spotlight for our community. And, a school that's only 4.5, 5 years old, and represent Northwest Arkansas the way it's supposed to be represented.
Well, Coach, we're looking forward to it. Best of luck. Thanks so much for joining us here on Coach's Corner, as always.
I appreciate you. Thank you.